Welcome back, Whalers fam, to our final Wednesday Summer Mixed Bowling vlog and our journey to 180 average. This is the final bowling series where we get to fully um, and officially have that average. On Wednesday Night Mix, we finished with a 181. We're going into tonight at a 182, so we're favorable in this one, regardless of whatever I do, to come away with 180 no matter what. Um, But yeah, the journey ends here on hunting for that average. We are going to get ready to move into the fall, which means you're going to see different players, different teammates. For me, it'll be the same teammates you saw in my Wednesday fall series, and Friday will be the same as well. Friday fall is also the same teammates. You may see these people sporadically come up in videos that I bowled with this summer. Eventually, at some point, whether it's a tournament or we're bowling against them. So you'll see them again in some way, but you may not see them on the highlight side of it, but they're still there regardless. Tonight we have a chance. There is a possible scenario to get first, but we fall on how the series next to us goes on the left side of first and second currently. Right now it's the battle for third on this pair of lanes, so depending on how they do in the pair to the left of us determines where we'll finish. We just have to lock out this matchup though. We have no choice but to go 9-0, and that journey starts now. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Whale fan content. See ya after this game. Heading into the eighth frame of game one, we only have one open so far. We actually open with the washout, sadly, and we strike back on in the eighth. On to TJ here, who has had a very good run of strikes at this point. That will continue forward here in the eighth frame. Now it's my turn with a chance at a double. That would be the goal. My ball drifts all the way out and all the way back in, and everything miraculously falls. I know it's actually surprising. We're working a double going into the 10th here. Chance at a possible 200, but we need a good first ball. We leave the split. So for me, we just chuck it down the lane and call it a day. There isn't much more to do considering we're up by a good amount. So for us, we're going to take a 187 start and move on to game two. Sadly, splitting it doesn't really help. Even though I could have grabbed a couple more, it wouldn't have made a massive difference in my score. So we're just going to move on. TJ gets a 7 pin to end this first game and win by a difference of 30. It was a little close, but I could afford the open. That would be my second and only open of game one. So we have a good start. It just the splits that can't happen came up and hindered us from a good game. But it is what it is. Good first showing. We need these 2 points. So that's a great start. For us, we only finished 5 pins over average. I don't really have anything else to say about this game other than feel free to check out our shorts on the channel as well. Make sure to like and subscribe. All my shorts are just short clips of what you see in these videos on the game too. Towards the end of game two now, we're looking a little bit rough. We had a couple 10 pin misses. We just happen to find the 10 pin a lot more in this particular game. Although, same narrative as the last commentary, we try to go for a double. We leave 2 pins on the left side up, and we go for the spare leave here. However, this becomes very problematic because this is an open I shouldn't be leaving. But my ball overhooked here and managed to leave all of them. Mark in the 10th frame here has a ridiculous strike, but that was as ridiculous as he got, as he would finish game two with a 162, or sorry, 161. For us, we leave a 7 pin again here. That same throw we had that caused an open would be good here, but instead I actually perfect it this time and it goes down the way it's supposed to. We just need to keep it clean here. I missed my mark here, so this isn't going to be a strike, but we knocked down 8 at least. So 162 after 2. and we miss average by probably 20 pins here. TJ's going to strike to open up this game. This game's tragically close as we're down 18 and TJ has to strike off of an open he had in the ninth frame. He has 2 strikes so far, so 9 or more will take the win on this game. And TJ does just that. So we end up winning game 2 by literally 2 pins, and it's time to pick it up hopefully. For us, we just got to not see as many 10 pins that we've seen, which kind of hurts us. So yeah, pretty much know what we got to do going into game 3, and hopefully we can capitalize on getting a good amount of pinfall. But yeah, we obviously want to go out on a good note, as game 3 will be our last game of the summer schedule at this bowling center. There is one more summer video, but it's my 9-pin no tap video coming out in a few days. So that'll be the final summer video that is scheduled in the summer package, and we'll be on to fall. So here we go with game 3. So going into the 7th frame, it looks like anyway, from my point of view, we have a bunch of spares except for the first one in the third game. Our spare percentage is pretty high right now, but we need a strike and it doesn't come here. This is another chance to go for a spare, and we pretty much have to be dead on with all these spares, and we do just that. Thankfully, everything except one frame in the first is filled at least, but our chance of getting average is getting slowly tighter and tighter to not being able to be hit. TJ's on another run of strikes as you just saw. Mark gets another one here. Back up to me. This time I threw the vibe to switch balls because when my beast isn't striking, I'm just going to move on and I leave a split, which hurt us even more. So unfortunately for us, we can only take the 2, which we do, and now move into the ninth frame. Same ball once again with the vibe. It comes in, decent hit, but we leave all 7. or we hit 7 and leave the infamous leave of this. We hook into it, but it's pretty I don't know, it kind of chops it, but we only hit one of the three, so open going into the 10th frame. Luckily, we're up by so much at this point that it doesn't hurt us. I throw the spare ball down because the series is already well over, and we just go for another spare here. Realistically, this doesn't look like a terrible effort, but we only open like 3 times in this whole game, and then everything else has been a spare. So I don't know, maybe like a spare percentage is 70 to close this game, but not an ideal way to end the season with a 148 game. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but we'll probably lose a pin on our 182, so we will more than likely finish at 181 going into the end of the season. But we still got to figure out what's going on. Obviously, to the lanes to our left, the series is over. And eventually we learned after we wrapped up, even though we go 9-0 tonight, um, one team on the left side was 7-2 and the other was 2-7, which unfortunately leaves us 2 back of trying to tie for first. So the mission to at least tie is kind of out, but at least the we finished second, which is still pretty good. Our final record is 75-33. Tonight I bowled 49 pins under average with a 187, 162, and 148. 3 pins off of 500, and as you can see as it pops up now, second place record on the season for us, sadly. It's okay though, but we just needed like a couple more points on nights we didn't do as good, but that's kind of part of bowling league. You're not really going to be able to know where you stand until that last week, and sometimes going into scenarios like this, it makes it tough. But regardless, though, 9-0 effort, can't complain. We have a 180 average going into the fall. I think there's a little bit of pressure there to try to stay above it, so I'll keep my fingers crossed to try to hold it into the fall, but I imagine I'll probably have a slower start, only because usually going league to league is kind of tougher for me. But either way, we're going to find out what week 1 in the fall has to hold for us, which it's roughly going to take about probably 14 days for us to actually get back to the league again. So the only remaining bowling video I have right now is my 9-pin no tap turtle video, which I bowled after this Wednesday finale. So I'll edit that up, get it out, and that'll be coming in probably like the next couple of days or so, I want to say. So be on the lookout for that video. And then after that, I'm going to upload a viewing my bowling bag video, as well as follow up that video with another video discussing how my bowling year went, where we started the year and how we finished the year, and kind of just talk about what I would like to plan to do going into the fall. I don't really have too many goals, but it's just more of like working on simple things. So that's kind of really all I have in mind going forward. But I hope you guys enjoyed this finale video. Thank you guys for watching all 12 weeks of the summer schedule. I hope you enjoyed it. And I can't wait to record another video to post here on YouTube very, very soon. Take care, Railers fam, and I will see you around.